Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Thursday, January 27, 2022. Yesterday was the FOMC announcement. After a quick pop higher on the announcement, the market sold off closing weak, closing at new closing lows. And what we're going to look at this morning is what has happened following the FOMC announcement, the day after the FOMC announcement, in a weak market environment. So we continue to stay weak. Let me go ahead and set this up with all four instruments. The setup will be based upon entering the market long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, exiting at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, to keep as many samples as possible, I'm going to skip over the opening filters library, which I normally use, just because there's not a whole lot of samples of the day after the FOMC announcement in such a weak environment like we're in right now. So I am going to go to the market events. I'm going to go to the active today section, and I am going to click on day after FOMC announcement. That is right here. It's that second to last option. It comes from the day after market events. We do have probably almost 30 different higher tier market events where you can see what's happened the day following that event or the day before. We've got all that stuff available here in the market events library. Next thing I'm going to do is head over to the indicators library and put us in a similar market environment. This is a weaker market environment. We continue to close below 10-day simple moving average and below the 200-day simple moving average. So I've selected both of those, and I've added the market event day after the FOMC announcement. Now I can click View Results. All right, here we go. These are the results based upon entering the market long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, exiting at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time, when the prior session had the FOMC announcement and it closed below a 10 and 200-day simple moving average. Historically, just 13 samples to look at here in the S&P, so not a lot of samples to look at for this scenario. The NASDAQ has 11, the Dow has 13, the Russell has 15. If we look at the win rates on them, they are all pretty negative. Of course, it is easier to get a very negative number on smaller sample sizes. Keep that in mind. But they are all in agreement and pretty negative there, with S&P coming in at 23%, the NASDAQ 27%, the Dow 31%, the Russell 40%. All of these well below 50% though. And if we look at the average moves, the average loss larger than the average win in the S&P. That is also the case for the NASDAQ, for the Dow, and for the Russell. So all four instruments have weaker win rates and larger average losses compared to their average wins on this day. Again, keep in mind this is a small sample size. We've got 10 to 15 or 11 to 15 different samples there, depending on the instrument that we're looking at. But generally speaking, this has been a weaker day. Hopefully you found that helpful. Good luck today. We'll see you next time.